Hello, my name is Joanna and I'm a fitness instructor.
And I'm Charlotte and I'm a food educator. And this is our video series about food from Leith, which is the area where we live.
We want to learn and celebrate food that makes us feel good.
Yeah, we're going to explore the kind of foods we can get around here on a budget, food that's good for us and food that's good for the planet.
And discover people and places behind those foods.
Let's do it.
Woo! So tell us
what we're making. Alright, so obviously in the middle of winter, you can get to a point where you're craving greens a little bit, right? And this is a really quick fix for such things. What we're going to make is a massaged kale salad, which sounds a bit strange. So it literally is just a way of using up some nice fresh kale without cooking it. So basically you're just taking a bunch of kale, some carrots, I'm going to grate them, maybe a chili, some ginger, and some citrus juices. So I'm going to use some orange juice and some lemon juice today, and also some apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
But you can play around with the recipe. The base of this salad is
Kale.
the kale.
Where is the best place to get kale?
The best place to get kale right now, actually there's lots of different places. If you're in Leith, the best place to go is Tatty Shores or Real Foods. Kale is plentiful at the moment. Make sure it's from Scotland if you're buying it in Scotland, because it's growing right now.
Okay, it's growing like right
right
now.
now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Kale became really popular recently.
Yes, it did.
So
Yeah.
why is that? Do you know? I don't know. Maybe 5 years ago, I would have no idea what was.
It's a really interesting one actually in Scotland in particular, because kale definitely is super common in Scotland. We grow it really well here. Lots of cruciferous plants like this. Of the brassica family, they do grow in this climate very well. Traditionally, people used to have what was called a kale yard out the back of their house,
Really?
which is where they grew their kale.
Wow.
And also cabbages and various other things. But it was just called a kale yard instead of a garden. And kale was used as a way to add sweetness to soups and broths. Yes.
Okay.
So-
I can. Yeah, all the cabbages and like this family of plants, they are sweeter. I can see that.
And they barely cooked it. They used to just add like torn up kale leaves into soups and broths right at the end. So it maybe only cook for about 30 seconds at the end. Yeah. So I think now with the sort of trend for kale, it's come treated in roughly the same way. People don't tend to boil it or to cook it lots. They're either just pan frying it, sauteing it, stir frying it, steaming it slightly, or they're doing this kind of massage technique.
Okay, so tell us what.
So, first of all, you take your kale leaf, right, and you look at the stalk, the main spine
copy
of the kale leaf, and you just, so we don't want this middle part. You can absolutely eat it, but for the salad purposes, it's better just to take the top, pinch it in the middle, and tear like this, and just kind of do the same thing the whole way down. And when you get towards the tougher part of the stem,
so
you're literally just grabbing it on either side of the stem and pulling like that. And so what you end up with...
I never ever done it this
No,
way.
that's
No,
right.
I always eat everything, but
Yeah, no, and you can use these in other things. Like actually, if you keep the
could be a
stems,
straw.
It can be a straw for posing like this, or it could be used for stir fry.
Oh, okay.
And it is quite good.
Sorry, you're gonna use it for the stir fry.
Come on.
Okay,
Right.
shall we just put it on the
let's
side?
put it.
Okay, let's
So
do it.
the other thing that you're thinking about when you're tearing this up is, of course, it needs to be in relatively bite-sized chunks.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So so that's what we're aiming
So
for.
are there different types of kale?
There are lots of different types of kale. The one that you see most commonly is the one that we're using today, which is curly kale. So it's just curly green kale. You also get curly red kale, which is very nice.
I've seen that one before.
Which is slightly tougher. Weirdly, I don't know why, but it is. It can make a very pretty massage kale salad though, to put the two together. And then, I wonder if I've got too much kale, that'll be right.
Wow.
And then you have got lacinato kale, or it's also called dinosaur kale, or what's the other thing? It's called cavallonero, which
I've
is...
seen, you can buy those ones in the supermarkets.
Yeah. And
that's probably not the best place to buy. it's greenish.
But I mean, really, the thing with greens is to know that they're fresh.
Yeah.
And the fresher they are, the better they are. So yeah, kale nero, which is it's quite a meaty kale. It's quite tough. And it's great for, you can roast it. You can make kale chips with it.
I made kale chips from kale like that before.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's so simple. You just add salt, olive oil, and that's it. Maybe you can add some spices in 10 minutes, and it's done.
It's pretty nice. But you can do all kinds of other things with it. I just made a kale and butternut squash curry, which I was chomping on when you got here, which is really great with lacinato kale because it holds up so well, being cooked in a curry. And then there's red Russian kale, which is my favourite, but you don't get it very often.
Okay.
It's delicious. Okay, what's going to happen is we've got this bowl of kale bits without the stalk in the middle. Joanna, look at that. Sloppy,
that's probably your bit. That's not mine. Disgusting. I'm pretty sure I did it properly.
Okay, and then I'm just going to dry my hands because what we're going to do... It's not confetti. The kale is not. Okay. So we're going to take some sea salt, some fine sea salt, and just sprinkle it on, and it's going to look like quite a lot of salt.
So why are you doing it? What's the difference it's gonna make, and why not to eat it like it was?
Yeah. So adding salt to kale does a number of different things. First of all, we're just going to sprinkle the salt on and leave it for a minute because it's going to start to draw the water out of the kale and make it a little bit more malleable to massage. Yeah. Okay. And then when we massage it, of course, there's going to be a little friction with the kale and with the salt, and it also helps break the cells down, because what you're doing, this is actually kind of a form of cooking in a sense. It's not using heat, but it's a transformation because it's breaking some of the cells down. What you do when you cook something, like using heat, is you are making those cells softer and more easy for us to digest. Kale raw is edible, but not necessarily that digestible. Okay, so I'm going to leave that salt on the kale for a second.
Okay, and what do we need to do? We need to...
Then we're going to grate some things.
Grate carrots.
Yes.
We've got ginger. We've got chili. Are we going to put the whole thing? Maybe. We can. I don't mind.
It depends how hot you like.
I like hot.
You like hot.
I like very hot.
Well,
no, maybe not. Maybe half, or whatever you think is good.
Or we can actually also do the chili test. Or rather, Joanna can do the chili test, which is when you do this. Stick your tongue out. How hot is it?
It's not hot. Oh wait, I'm like...
You can eat that.
No, it is hot a little bit, but it's not...
Okay, because not all chilies are going to be the same heat, right? So you just need to check how hot.
I would say that it's medium.
It's medium? So the other thing, if you don't want it to be... If you don't want your... Whatever, your salad or your stew to be that hot, is you can open up your chili and then cut the seeds out.
The seeds are more spicy.
The seeds are where a lot of the heat is. And also for some people who have reactions to spicy foods, it is about the seeds.
Okay.
So taking them out can...
Shall we do a seed test?
Do it.
Okay. What do you just grate the...
Grate those carrots. I'm going to chop this chili.
Medium?
Medium.
Those ones.
Great.
Oh, yes. They're the biggest one. Yeah. Right. So we've got organic carrots.
We have organic carrots from East Coast Organics, which I just got delivered in my veg box. And they're probably a few days old, but that's okay with carrots, even though they were a little bit floppy. But they're fine.
So we did cover carrots in the previous episodes.
We did, and these ones taste pretty good.
And you can guys really taste the difference between organic carrot from the shop and organic carrot from the supermarket. Yeah. So if you can make an effort and get it from the farm or go to one of the farm markets, if you are if you're living in Edinburgh, there is Leaf Market, there is Stockbridge Market. What else?
There's Castle Terrace.
So there are a few.
Yeah, Castle Terrace Farmers Market. And East Coast is at most of them, and for one reason or another, I don't know why, but their carrots to me taste some of the best. Might be the variety they're using or whatever. I'm not really sure.
But if you have a place where you're getting your carrots and you know they're amazing, just let us know.
Yes.
Because maybe we didn't discover.
Maybe we didn't.
The
Also,
best carrots.
I noticed at the moment in Real Foods at the top of Leaf Walk, they have rainbow carrots as well.
Ooh!
Which is so pretty. I don't think they taste any different, although we could do a taste test with those too. But yeah, they are very, very nice.
So right, rainbow carrots, because carrots, I don't know, it's probably lots of different kinds, but carrots should be orange or
One variety of carrots is orange.
Mhm.
One variety. Many varieties of carrots are orange. But there are lots of other varieties that are also yellow, white. It's not really white, sort of creamy coloured. Purple.
okay.
Right. What we're going to do is actually...
I'm just gonna mix up everything
No,
here.
that's alright. I might rinse this slightly because now the salt's doing its job.
Okay.
But there's quite a lot of salt in there at the moment. So I'm gonna... So what I'm doing, right, is literally massaging this. Okay, so I'm getting in there and I'm just squeezing this kale, making that squeaky noise. Kind of the thing that you do when you're making sauerkraut or whatever else.
Okay, how long?
Just till it looks
Till you feel
Yeah.
it's softer.
exactly. And then what I might do is I'm going to try it, and if it's... I'm just going to try it now, actually. This is not ready yet, but I'm going to see how salty this is. Yeah, this is quite salty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rinse a little bit of salt off, and then keep massaging it. Okay.
What do we need to do?
You can grate ginger.
Grate ginger. Ah!
Oops. It's right.
Nothing happened.
Oh, sure.
Nothing happened. I didn't
Right.
throw that anywhere. We got 1/2 of ginger, and we also have some
Garlic and chili.
garlic and chili,
Mm-hmm.
and we have lemon and orange. And you told me before that those are unwaxed. So lots of when you go to the supermarket, you've got the lemons and the oranges. Actually, quite lot, or maybe all citrus fruits are waxed. So I will ask Charlotte in a second to tell me about why to get unwaxed, maybe, or what's the difference? Why people do it? Why?
So, right. If you think about where citrus is growing, okay, it's not growing around here, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it we get from Spain and Italy, and it's got to travel quite a long way, and usually it's got to be stored for quite a long time. And citrus fruit just naturally, as with any other fruit or vegetable, is prone to molds. It's prone to, it'll start rotting basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And often what will happen is on the skin of the lemon or the orange, you'll start to see, and you'll see this in your home, you start to see some white mold growing.
Yeah.
And when they're waxed, that means they've been sprayed with an ultra fine wax that also contains some fungicides.
Okay.
So fungicides basically just prevent the growth of any kind of fungus or mold. All right, so the wax itself is not just wax like you get in a candle, it's also got chemicals in it
Okay.
to prevent that growth. So unwaxed fruit is the fruit that you want to use if you're going to grate any rind or grate any peel into anything.
Okay, so basically it doesn't matter that much if you just want to eat the fruit.
Yeah, if you just want to eat the inside and throw away the peel completely, then obviously you're not going to be eating the rind. I mean, some people say that they'd rather not have contact with those chemicals at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to you. If they're not, as long as you're not actually eating them, I think it's probably okay. Yeah. But the other thing is that with organic unwaxed fruit, it will go off quicker.
Okay, but I mean, like, if you buy it regularly and you're going to eat it, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's maybe if you're stocking up for 500 years and you want to just have things just in case, that's probably those one, they will go off quite quickly. Okay, so we've got that ginger.
Yep. So what's going to happen in a minute, once this is massaged through a little bit more, is we're going to add all of the grated carrot, the ginger, the garlic, the chili, and then we're going to make a very quick dressing while Joanna is taking the juice out of those things and zesting a little bit of lemon and all of that. I'm going to make a quick dressing, and that is really to your preference. You can make a basic French dressing if you want, or you could just do olive oil and vinegar and salt, or you could do balsamic dressing, like whatever flavor takes your fancy.
So we will use what we are using. Olive
Today
oil,
I'm going to do olive oil, a little bit of maple syrup,
maple syrup.
and apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
And a bit of salt.
Do you use your apple cider vinegar organic and
Yeah. This is not.
does it have a mother?
It does. This is not a time for product placement whatsoever.
Okay.
But this is the stuff that I use. I don't know if you can see on the camera.
Oh yeah.
In the
a
bottom,
little
there's
bit.
like kind of bits floating in
Uh-huh.
there. It is apparently live apple cider vinegar. You can actually make it yourself at home.
Uh-huh.
I've never tried.
You know what? The kombucha I have,
Oh yeah, how's it doing?
it makes because I didn't put it into the bottle and it's been for a while. It tastes like a vinegar now. So
Yeah.
I think I managed to make
Kombucha vinegar.
kombucha vinegar. Is
Oh,
it possible? Yeah, is it a thing?
I guess so. Why not? Well, you just made it.
Yeah. So I tried it this morning. I was like, oh yeah, it tastes
it-
like a little bit vinegary because it's been quite a long time there.
And it's really that vinegary?
It's not, but it's sour. It's
Okay.
sour, and I made it from Earl Grey tea,
Oh.
and it tastes a little bit. You can taste Earl Grey bergamot flavor in it, and it's sour. So yeah.
Okay, so you can see that this kale has started to go dark.
Ooh.
I actually probably would massage it a little bit longer than this, but for the purposes of today, we're going to stop. You see how
Okay.
it's got a bit more tender?
Ginger, by the way, it's quite good food to eat, spice to eat during the winter.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
It's great for boosting the immune system. The same garlic. Those are things that worth to add in pretty much everything, maybe,
Yeah.
if you can.
And raw garlic too is supposed to be much better for you than cooked garlic.
Okay.
So we've got raw ginger, raw garlic, and then we're going to have lemon juice as well in there, which is great.
Another. So those three things are great to
And
boost
chili.
immune system. Chili as well.
I have a much more Asian flavor if you wanted to, and do, you know, obviously you've got the garlic and chili in there at the moment, and the ginger. You could do soy sauce in the dressing as well. You know, that kind of thing, or fish sauce.
And it seems like with this kale you can experiment and you can add pretty much
anything.
everything, so you don't have to guys stick to whatever we're adding here. You can try and see
Yeah.
if you like it. But cooking, or I don't know, this is not really cooking, that's making
cooking.
salads. It's, you know, you can combine flavors and tastes and just add things which you have in the fridge basically,
Absolutely.
and see what's happened.
Use what you got, experiment, and Joanna's absolutely right. I mean, cooking should be fun. It should be something that you. There's no wrong answer.
Oh, maybe that's too big. I cannot take it back.
Obviously, if you're cooking for other people, if you're feeding other people, it can feel a little bit nerve-wracking sometimes. You know, like, oh, what if it's horrible? I don't like it. But that's the beauty of cooking for yourself, which I do a lot. And you can just try stuff out and see if it works or not. And sometimes you make something truly disgusting, but it's okay. Ooh, I'm running out of
Right.
Yesterday.
So that's almost, yeah.
Yesterday when my friend Jess was here, her son decided, she made him chicken soup, and he decided that what he really wanted in his chicken soup was raspberries. Yep. So she let him have the raspberries in the chicken soup so that he could just see what it was like.
And he was fine with it.
He said it was great. I don't think it was.
Maybe that's a new thing.
Maybe it's a new thing.
Maybe he just discovered
Yeah.
a new thing, created a new thing. Right, so that's pretty much ready.
This is pretty much ready. We're just going to put some dressing on. And the other thing you can add, which we were going to do maybe in a minute, is add some toasted seeds.
Okay, toasted seeds.
Yep.
And that's pretty much, guys,
That's pretty much it.
how you make a kale salad. If you make it, let us know if you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We'll keep you updated if I enjoyed it. That's a Charlotte thing, so I'll just let you know if it was good. No pressure. No pressure.
It will be good.
And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.